What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. No one in bodybuilding had a better day than Bulat Sologub, who just made history because the man won his pro card in the day and just a few hours later he made his pro debut at the Monsters in Pro and smashed that as well. And that is a perfect example of a bodybuilder who not only had a pro level physique but an Olympia level physique even before getting his IFBB pro status. So when was the last time you remember someone making history like Bulot just did? The 212 class is where he belongs, and I don't think any of us would be even remotely surprised if he finishes in the top 10 or maybe even higher than that at his Olympia debut next year. He has such a freak factor, such hard grainy conditioning, and his arms might be the craziest looking arms, especially those guns in the entire 212 class. I mean, look at those peaks on his biceps. So this guy is quite the opposite of what the champion of the division for the last 2 years looked like, and that is Keon Pearson, who is a true specimen with his insane aesthetics and such classic lines. And that, I have to say, is the beauty of bodybuilding, where we have entirely different physiques fighting in the same class. So Bulot was undoubtedly the most impressive looking amateur bodybuilder on the planet just 48 hours ago. And thankfully he is gonna be on the Olympia stage next year, because that is where he belongs. Next up, we have a physique update from Michal Krizo, roughly 11 weeks after his shoulder surgery. So that shoulder injury, that is what forced him to skip the entire season after doing just Spin Pro earlier this year. In fact, most of us were really surprised that he was even able to make it to that stage because he did most of the prep with an injured shoulder. So he powered through that pain during that prep for the Pro Classic Spain. But that definitely showed in his physique at that show. Because the thing is, he was top 7 in the world. He was the defending champion at that show and still placing third behind William Bonac and Barros Tabani. That was kind of a shocker for most of the people. Now Krizo did lose some size during this recovery period, which was expected, as the doctors advised him to start from baby weights, especially for the affected side. But looking at this recent picture of him, the man looks round and really huge again. So initially after the surgery, the plan was to do Prague Pro, which is happening in 2 weeks' time. Now that could have been a real treat for all of us bodybuilding fans, because Prague is turning out to be one of the most exciting shows of the year because of Chris Bumstead. But the thing is, there wasn't just enough time for Michal Krizo to go full throttle and get ready for Prague, because the show was just scheduled too early after his surgery. So Michal is going to be applying for this upcoming Arnold in March, and that too for the very first time, and try to make a statement to make a very strong comeback against some of the best bodybuilders in the world. So based on his look at Prague last year, I think he can place anywhere from 7th to 10th at the Olympia level. He has that immense size, he has that unreal freak factor, and he was in great condition in all the 3 shows that he did last year. The former Miss Olympia, Derek Lunsford, is on a total break from social media. The Olympia was a massive disappointment for him, because not in his wildest dreams he could have thought that he's gonna place 3rd in his first Olympia title defense. Because the thing is, the man put his heart and soul into this prep, into this entire year. And he did make some significant improvements in his physique. But still, him making a post about his family with this caption, that just tells us that he has made peace with this decision and it's all good. So how well can Derek recover from this loss? What will be his strategy? That is the biggest question at the moment. Will he go for this upcoming Arnold? Or will he focus on just one show, the Olympia next year? Well, as of right now, we really do not know. But here is an interesting stat about Derek and his coach, Hendrickson. Though it feels like they have been working together for ages, but this year's Olympia, the Olympia 2024, that was only their 4th show together. And this was the lowest Derek has ever placed with Hendrickson since they started working together. And that was back in 2021, because he won the 212 title in 2021 and placed 2nd at the Olympia 2022, and he won the entire thing in 2023. So there are a lot of people who still to this day think that Derek should not have won the Olympia last year. But the thing is, that is now in the history books. All that matters is what the judges thought and their decision. So in the context of Hani as Derek's coach, Will he go for this upcoming Arnold in 2025? Try to get more and more refinement out of this new physique, the new muscle that he added in this entire 2024 season. Now, Derek himself wasn't clearly satisfied with what he presented at the Olympia stage this year. The man 100% believes he could have looked a lot better than that. Now, if that is the case, why not go for this upcoming Arnold in Ohio and show the world his 100% potential? Next up, we have an update from Lorenzo, a new IFB pro who won his pro card last year, but he did not rush to the pro stage in that same year. The wait was well worth it, as Lorenzo looked absolutely phenomenal at his pro debut, which he made in Italy against guys like Hunter Labrada and Andrea Presti, where he placed fourth, and two of the guys who beat him on that day were multiple times Olympian, and the other guy, Bruno Santos, he was also on the Olympia stage this year, so he got a chance to stand next to Hunter Labrada and hit some shots. And one thing you can say about Lorenzo is that he has incredible chest development. So Lorenzo made top 5 at Europa Pro as well. So it was a very impressive rookie year for Lorenzo as a whole. Now he needs to fill some gaps in his physique, get more size on his quads, more rounder delts, and he will be more complete, and he will be a more dangerous bodybuilder. So Lorenzo was able to stay super tight and very lean post-competition phase. And I have got to say no surprise there at all, as he is another guy who is working with Patrick Tour, who is very big on keeping his clients as lean as he possibly can, while keep on packing more muscle. So next year Lorenzo is gonna hit the stage with the intention to win his first pro show and get his Olympia qualification. So the former men's physique Olympia champion Brandon Hendrickson makes it official that he is gonna be returning to the Olympia stage in 2025, and the man is gonna try to equal the record of 4 Olympia wins of Jeremy Bondia. So Brandon is second on the list of guys with the most Olympia wins in the men's physique, as he has won that show 3 times, and honestly he has the best shot at beating the reigning and 2 times champion Ryan Terry. So Brandon looked really phenomenal in 2023, where he placed a very close second behind Ryan. And just don't think for a second that just because he took 1 year off, he also let his foot off the gas, because the man looks so damn incredible right now, and he looks so damn impressive throughout the year. So Ryan Terry wasn't satisfied with the way he looked this year. So maybe if Brendan was there, if he was on his A game, he could have beaten him, and he could have been a 4 times champion by now. So after sitting out of the Olympia this year, for the first time in 9 years, Brendan is really fired up to come back stronger than ever for 2025. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.